I thought it's me and you against the world, me and you for life. Remember one day, Maya sat me down and he told me, you know what? I can't be traveling with you everywhere. I was shattered. Felt like my heart was broken. He said he likes me, and one thing led to another. He came to Kenya. He wasn't supposed to come to Kenya. He was supposed to finish and go to his country, but he came to Kenya. And he was in Kenya for a couple of days, and then I followed him to Ghana. I think that's when I started liking him. And then we were in Ghana for, I think, a week, and then he went to China. And I went back to Kenya. I'm just the kind of lady who's been brought up to not depend on men. Just work hard for your own. Because I've been told that when you depend on men, they're going to start looking down on you, When you have to borrow men everything, then they start looking down on you. And I don't want to be looked down upon. So I work so hard to have my own things. If I want to fly, if I want to get myself something, I just have my own money, you get? The thing is, initially, we used to travel together all the time. Traveling together, life was amazing. For years, maybe 2 years. First 2 years was just everywhere we go together. And then I remember one day, Maya sat me down and he told me, you know what? I can't be traveling with you everywhere. I was shattered. Felt like my heart was broken. I cried. Like, why? Why don't you want to travel with me everywhere? I thought we're in love. I thought it's me and you against the world, me and you for life. Why would you say you don't want to travel? Am I a burden to you? It was so heartbreaking, but I realized, and he told me, and it was true, but I guess I didn't want to accept it, that you can't travel with your partner all the time because, first of all, our goals are not exactly the same. Maya's goal is to travel around every African country. That's not my goal. I want to travel. I just want to inspire people to know that absolutely nothing is impossible and you need to chase your dreams. That's my goal. But it took me so long to accept that or to see it like that. I just wanted to go with Maya everywhere. And when you travel together, sometimes I'm a lady, so I may take a little longer to get ready. Maya doesn't joke with his time. So he'd have to wait for me. Sometimes we'd have to argue about time. Or sometimes we go to do content. He wants to do something. I want to do something else. He has to wait for me. Or sometimes you're shooting the same kind of content. It's difficult when he has to shoot. It's not easy. As much as being married to Maya is the best thing that's ever happened to me, I think we all need to know, and I think it is something we have now accepted, that we are two different people with two different goals, although we love each other. So we travel together every once in a while when we can. But when we travel apart, I'm still okay with it. I trust my husband. He trusts me. I'm not going to cheat on my husband. He's not going to cheat on me. Although initially I used to be so scared. I used to be so scared. I used to cry. Oh my God, I used to cry so much because when he travels alone, people would send me videos. Oh, have you seen Maya with this girl? And he'd be doing nothing. He just met someone for content creation and they shoot videos. But guys would be like, oh, did you see how the girl touched her? Oh my God. I would cry. And I would call him. And people did not know this. But I think we almost ended our relationship so many times because I was like, me, I'm just a strong woman. Like, personally, I don't need a man. I want a man, but I don't. Like, you understand what I'm trying to tell you? I can get anything I want by myself because I work so hard and I have the money. So I'm with my husband because he's my soulmate and I love him so much. And you get my point. So when this was happening, it was getting on my nerves. I don't know if you understand me. It's not easy to have a partner who's a content creator and they're famous. It was hard. I think I was just so in love.
Right.
So you see, when you're so in love with someone, the world doesn't matter. It's you two for life. So we go everywhere. We are so in love. Like we're going to travel the world together. At least that's what I was thinking in my mind. going to travel the world together. So when he told me that, I was like, are you tired of me? Is it because you're tired? I thought you loved me. So now you want us to go separate ways, you know? Or is it the comment section on YouTube? Are they getting to you? Now, because of what they've said, now you want us to travel together? Or is there someone else? Is there someone else who you want to be talking to when I'm not around? I mean, all these thoughts will go through your mind. It's so crazy. I used to cry. And then later on, he was traveling and he's like, he's going to this country. I'm like, you're going without me. Without me. And I'd cry. And it's not the crying of, wiping your tears, like crying, like you can't go without me. Why would you? Because he changed my life so much. And I think I became so addicted to him. I couldn't see my life without him. And he has given me direction. Oh my God, I don't know if he knows how much direction he brought in my life because I was so lost. So I'm like, now if this is taken away, I feel so lost. But then the thing is, you can't lose yourself because of someone else. We all have a different purpose. And people are sent into our lives sometimes for a reason, to help direct us or to help us sometimes, hold our hand for a period, and then you have to do the rest yourself. But at that time, I didn't see it like that. I'm like, how? So yeah, I think that's why I was just so broken. No, I don't think we spent enough time together. Yeah, because you're always traveling. Although we've been in Ghana like for a month, I think actually this is the longest we've ever been in Ghana. I honestly think we can do better and we will do better, but the challenge is traveling is our job. And I understand him because I'm in the same profession. Although I know that we will need to make some adjustments. Cultural difference is huge. It is so huge. And the longer we stay together, the more I realize that, wow, we are very much alike because we are African, but at the same time, we are very different. The beliefs, the way of life, the food even just the food. There are meals that I just can't bring myself to eat. I try, like fufu, I've tried. God knows I've tried. At the same time, there are meals that I just love so much, like kontomre. We don't even eat it in Kenya. And it's like Kenyans need to be introduced to this food because it's so tasty. So there's kontomre, there's jollof and fried rice. These are the meals that I really enjoy eating in Ghana. So yeah, when it comes to food, huge difference. We don't put chili in our food. We don't mix meat. Like my family was so shocked when they came to Kenya, and then they served food, and in that food there's beef, there's chicken, there's fish. What? And I always used to joke and say, Ghanaians need to relax. The world is not coming to an end. If you're eating beef,
eat beef.
Just eat the beef. Then later you will eat the chicken, and then later you will eat the fish. How are you eating beef, chicken? Like, cool down. It's crazy. But I think that's normal to Ghanaians. But to me, very, very shocking. And it will be shocking to so many Kenyans because we eat one type of meat at a time. And we also don't eat snails. Yeah, so that's major. Also, just the way of life. In Kenya, people are easy. People let go. I remember when I met Maya for the first time, I had a nose piercing. That's very normal. My mom had, I think, maybe 15 piercings. She filled her ears and and a nose piercing as well. And to me, that was so normal, as it is to many Kenyans. That's very, very normal. But when I came to Ghana, guys were looking at me like, oh, she's a bad girl. Oh, this girl. Oh, stay away. So I feel like Kenyans are really open. Like, how do I put it? I feel like Ghanaians are very conserved. Like, they're very people who are really holding on to their culture. They're very respectful. In Kenya, you don't say please all the time. Please, please, please. No, just go to the point. What do you want? You just say it and thank you. That's it. But in Ghana, oh, please, how are you? That one shocked me. I won't lie. That was a shock. Please, how are you? Are you serious? Please, how are you, Ghanaians? Who does that? But I guess Ghanaians do. Oh, please, thank you, please. Just, reduce it. But it's okay because it's Ghanaians. But in Kenya, we are not like that. But I feel like it's a good thing. That's a good thing about Ghanaians. So people used to think I'm so rude because I just go straight to the point, and I'm not rude. And me to say, when I want to say hello, I'll just say hi. I don't have to say, there's this one. Please, Mpacho, good afternoon. Oh, please, good evening. Oh, I just say, oh, and then there's this other one for, oh, brother John, what? Just say John. You understand? That's just how we are in Kenya, and it's not disrespectful. It's just how we've been brought up. So I guess I used to feel like many Ghanaians thought this girl is so rude. Why is she not saying Auntie Kate? I should use Ghanaian's name.